Hello, hello, hello everyone, Root Beer here, and I'm going to be starting another of the University of Waterloo math contests. This time it will be the Grade 9 Friar Contest from 2016. So just like the other Friar contests, this is a written solution paper. There will be a few questions where you don't actually need to provide a full solution. That's these sort of light bulb questions. But anything with the hand with pen to paper, you do need to justify all your steps for that sort of a question. Okay? There's only 4 questions in total. You have just a little over an hour to do it, and I would strongly encourage you to, especially if you want to get better at these sort of contests, to print out a copy. You can find one by clicking the very first link in the description, and try it out for yourself. Set a timer for 75 minutes, find a quiet room, your calculators are allowed, so get out a calculator, pencil, some paper, and see what you can make of it. Okay? I'm going to be going through one question per video, and we're going to start here with question number 1, which, as we've already seen, has 2 little light bulb questions where we just need the final answer, although if you get the final answer wrong and you do show some work, you can get part marks. And then there's going to be one question where we do want to write up a nice solution and justify everything that's going on. Okay, so for question 1, 3 schools each sent 4 students to a competition. The scores earned by 9 of the students are given in the table below. And then it looks like we've got this X, Y, and Z that are unknown. The scores of the remaining 3 students are represented by X, Y, and Z. Yeah, there we go. The total score for any school is determined by adding the scores of the 4 students competing from the school. So for school A, for example, we add up those numbers. For school C, if we wanted their school score, we'd need 9 plus 15 plus Y plus Z. Of course, we don't know what Y and Z are. I suspect that might be some of what we're going to figure out. Alright, so our light bulb A, for the very first question, what is the total score for school A? Okay, well, we just need to add up the scores for the students in school A. That'll be 12 plus 8 plus 10 plus 16. 12 and 8 is 20. 10 and 6 is 16. And that'll end up being 36. So 36, if we were actually writing the paper the day of, there'd be a nice little booklet. They'd have a little box, kind of a big box at the somewhere on the booklet page, and you just put in a 36. Okay? We don't have that here, so I'm just going to write down 36. Now, I have shown some of my work. I showed my calculation of my numbers. So even if I, screwed up and I actually accidentally wrote 46, I still have shown a bunch of work and would probably get 1 out of the 2 marks possible. Okay. Now, B. The scores for schools A and B are the same. Well, we just worked out the score for school A, so we know school B also scored 36 points. What is the value of X? So this student here. So we might say school. We might spell school properly. So school B also got a total of 36 by part A. So I'm referencing my previous answer. That way, if I made a mistake, if I actually wrote 46, I'm not probably going to lose marks. They're not going to take down marks twice for the same mistake. So I say where I got my number from the previous question. And then I say, okay, well, so 36 is the total of all these scores. 17, 5, 7, and X. (17 and 5 is 22, plus 7 is 29. And we subtract 29 from both sides. We'll get X is 7. So student 4, you can say this if you want to, but again, it's a light bulb question. There's just going to be a little box. So student 4 on team B got 7. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't think there'll be enough room, so we'll flip the page here. For C, now this is where we actually need to write something down, describe what we're doing, but the scores for schools A and C are the same, okay, just like in part B. If the score for student A, or student 4 at school C is twice that of student 3 at school C, determine these 2 scores. Okay, well, student 4 got 2 times student 3's score. So Z, I think was that score. So Z is equal to 2y. I've got an equation. I'm explaining where that came from. Yeah. So Z is 2 times y. Fine. Okay. And we can say by A, we know 36 is school C's total. And that is something plus y plus z. I'm not sure what the first two were. Uh, 9 and it looks like a 15. Yes, 9 plus 15 plus y plus z. Well, 9 and 15 is 24. And I know z is 2y, so we can actually combine these two into 3y. And subtract 24 from both sides. So 36 minus 24 is 12. 12 is 3y. Divide by 3 on both sides. Y is 4. And what were we actually asked to work out? The remaining scores? Determine these two scores. Okay, so now that I know y is going to be 4, we can see that z is 2 times y, and therefore 2 times 4, and so is 8. So y equals 4, and z equals 8 are the remaining scores. And there we go. Alright, so there's no more to see in question number 1. Up next will be question number 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then we're done. Okay? So if you haven't already, pause the video or in any other way taken a break to try the contest, I would encourage you to do so before watching the next video. Alright, but I will see you there. Take care.